Hey everyone! Sorry, my laptop just decided to go weird. I'm on my cell phone on this, but my laptop's... Oh. Okay, so you can tell it's morning. I dimmed my brightness last night when I was in bed. So that's why out here in the sun, natural light, I couldn't see it on the screen. It was kind of funny. Anyways, hi! Welcome to Saturday. I'm actually surprised I'm actually up, because if you all know me, I'm not really a morning person. Hey, Patty. Alright, so, since there's at least one person on, a couple other people, I'm going to get this going, because I know your Saturday is your time, and I don't want to interrupt. So, update on yesterday's live, the energy. I did not have anything actually end up coming into the store. Nothing happened here. So I'm not sure what I was feeling. I'm wondering, I didn't watch the news, so I don't know what newsworthy thing happened. I'll have to go back and see about that. But it was definitely heated. We had a lot of people. I walk in, I had to start 15 minutes early because we were just slammed. My boss and his boss, both of our bosses, like the store manager and the assistant boss, who's both my bosses. Hey, Leslie. Or Lee's. Sorry, can't say stuff. Both my bosses were there, and they were getting slammed. Because we just had the 40% off sale start yesterday. So everybody is going to be in a Sherwin-Williams if they want to get really good paint and really good stuff. So, and it's a do-it-yourself weekend. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer painter, you get 40% off paints. And then if they have a mist tint section, you can even get that for like $1 to $5. Cool, right? I didn't even know that. So anyway, we got slammed yesterday. But it was nothing negative. There was no really bad energy coming in. A lot of people were frustrated. There was one guy that I kind of was like, but it was fine. So, I don't know if I was feeling somebody at Dunkin' but it was really strong at Dunkin'. So I don't know. I have no idea. And I'll go forward with what ends up developing and all that stuff. But anyways, that's off to the side for right now because I don't have any answers for that. Just know that I'm an empath and I feel things. So, 2. The nurse came Thursday. No, not the nurse. The occupational therapist for Gramp, and she's kind of sick herself. So she wanted it sweet and quick. So she said she's gonna try to call later this next coming week and figure out when she's gonna come to work with Gramp on dressing and bathing type techniques. We're trying to get a handheld shower head so it's easier for him to sit down instead of standing up all the time. And then come Tuesday, we're going to figure out whether or not he still has to have the catheter or not. And we're praying to God that he doesn't. Because the social worker came yesterday before I went to work, and she was explaining different things and different avenues. And if he can't, what to go from there. So we're hoping that he can, because that means more time for him to be independent and do things on his own, which we want. But then again, yesterday was his birthday. He just turned 95. So he's lived a very long life. But she said that if he was to have to be placed somewhere, it wouldn't be assisted living because he's beyond that now. And then we'd have to figure out where to go from there. But right now, we're just focusing on the yield tests and that. And then I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to put it out to the universe. He's going to pee on the 24th when he goes at 9:15 in the morning. Bam. I'm putting it out to the universe. He's going to pee on his own. All right. Anyway, I'll update later on with what that is. Finally, my own health issues. So, I'm a little more upbeat today. And I woke up at like 8:30. Hey, Catherine. And I'm thinking I kind of understand what's going on now. Granted, I'm going to be, honest, I have not stayed gluten-free for the last couple weeks since I got my new job and all the health issues with Gramp. It's just easier just to grab, a box of macaroni and cheese and eat it that way or something. or to go eat out and have a cheeseburger and french fries at Red's here. You know, it's just easy, $7.33, you're good, it's cheap. I totally get that. What I'm finding now is I just ate my gluten-free pasta last night because I finally ended up having some energy and I was forcing myself to actually make stuff. And I made like my version of a goulash. And I didn't have any issues. I had cheddar cheese and I thought cheese was my issue for a long, long time. And apparently it's not, because that was cheddar cheese and I did not have an issue. Hey Eric, hope you're doing good, bro. So I'll update you at the end of the video, Eric, in a minute, if you can stay on for a little bit. So I had the cheddar cheese in my makeshift goulash and I did not have an issue last night at all. So I'm thinking, and I've been having gluten all the way. So I'm thinking more or less my exhaustion and the fact that I'm tired all the time is because of a B12 extreme deficiency. I took my 6,000 ICU tablet yesterday because I'm like, I'm just getting drained. I need the energy, and I forgot to take it. Usually it's 6,000 UTU, so I take it once a month usually, because technically the ones you get, like if it's a doctor prescribed or something, it's I think it's like 1,000 ICU or whatever the measurement thing is. And this one's 6,000. So I was like, okay, I was prescribed vitamin D and B12 from my doctor because I'm deficient in it. And going into the winter months, usually everybody ends up becoming deficient if you're in New York State or in these areas. So some people know me. I'm not really one of those people to stick with pills and all that stuff because I'm so sensitive and stuff like that. So I didn't really stick with a lot of it. So when Gramp first went in the hospital, I had one, I think that following Monday, because he went on that Sunday, and then 2 days later I had another one. So that would have been 12 in a week. And I was okay. I wasn't super bad, but I'm thinking the reason why I'm exhausted all the time and I don't have the energy to function daily day to day is because of the lack of energy. So hence why I feel better now. And I'm not really changing anything diet-wise, like I thought maybe that was the culprit. I'm thinking it was just, I just have to get my B12 way up there, where it's like, I thought it was a thyroid issue, I thought it was a gluten intolerance. I mean, it could still be lots of little things with that, which would, exacerbate it. My face is still getting a little more puffy, and I'm getting a little more acne now that I'm doing gluten. I have noticed that. So I do know my body is not digesting it correctly. Hey Dan. So basically what I'm saying is, I think like this whole time, and why all my tests came back negative for everything is right. It wasn't the test, and it was my B12. Now I never ended up really sticking to it, so that's my own fault. If we want to get our health better, we have to stick with it, and I'm key for failing in that area, guys. But I do my oils and my essential stuff, so I do keep that at least borderline. But finding out that yesterday when I took the B12, I'm like, yes. So what I have to find is I have to find a regimen, a day within the week, or however many within the month, to be able to keep it at the part where I am now, where I can keep doing this without having to do energy drinks that are going to cause my heart issues. I haven't had any arrhythmia or any of that stuff lately. When I was first starting, I had a little bit weird palpitation things going on, and my doctor wants me to go get this heart monitor thing and wear it for a little bit, which I still have to make the appointment for that. I still have to make the appointment for this. That's all supposedly down the road when this all gets settled, because I have to do this first before, So anyway, so that's the kind of craziness that's going on, and I'm saying, if you know your body, or if you know there's something weird and the doctor tests are coming out negative for this or that, and you're like, there's still something not right, go figure it out. You have the right to do that with yourself. I mean, not all doctors know exactly what's going on, and not all tests are equal between everybody on the planet. I mean, come on now. I was also reading an article last night from a friend of mine who follows holistic healing about there was a guy, and he had a mother, of course, and she was 85 and she had severe Alzheimer's. She was gonna have to be put in a home. She didn't know where she was. She was actually in a nursing home to be admitted. No, she was in the hospital, and she thought she had been abducted and was in a hotel, and she kept calling the cops, so he kept getting the phone calls. So turns out that he was like, okay, everybody's telling me she's, done, just let her be, it's over with, blah, blah, give up on her. And he's like, I'm not going to give up on my mom. That's not cool. I don't like that. So what he chose to do is seek alternative advice, and he changed her diet. And it was basically a Mediterranean diet with nuts, blueberries, and things like that. Hey, Judy. And so that, by eating the walnuts and the blueberries and all these Mediterranean foods, she, within a month and a half, she started picking up things more. And then it grew. The more she had the diet, the more she liked it, the more she became aware of her surroundings, and the more she started remembering things. Like, she didn't know her son in the beginning, and then she's like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? I haven't seen you in a while. And he's like, I've been here, but you've been, like, in your mind foggy, unfortunately. But the weird thing is, she said she was actually in her mind. She knew in her mind what was going on. She just couldn't interpret it this way, and then she was getting confused, which is a lot of what they're saying. And then she was fine. So it's really cool to learn. And the Alzheimer's Society of whatever it is, Alzheimer's, National Alzheimer's Society, I think it is, they're using that story and her story of a change of diet and things like that to advocate for the fact that there is a cure, but it's not really a cure, to Alzheimer's. And then they went on to explain that there's some kind of protein that's a buildup that exacerbates the brain fog and the not knowing where you are and things like that. And so I was thinking, unfortunately, I can't necessarily do that with Grant because of diverticulitis. I was thinking, because Mom loves nuts, and it goes for Mom. Mom eats blueberries, Mom eats nuts. She does a lot of that, and that's probably why Mom's, like, pretty much there. More so than Grant. Because Grant never did that. And I'm like, oh, dang, I need to start eating berries and blueberries and strawberries and nuts, because I don't eat enough of that stuff anyways, because I'm like... But they said that if you posted a bunch of stuff, hey Dave, in the Mediterranean stuff, like over in the Mediterranean where people live over there, there's hardly any Alzheimer's cases at all. And it's because of how we live here and what we ingest and the food that's processed. That's what's also causing the issues and the downward spiral of people who have Alzheimer's and things like that. So it's not like it can't be cured. Her body was able to recalculate and heal itself, which I've been saying for a long time now, that the body is able to heal itself if you put the right foods in your body to be able to get rid of that brain fog and the different things. Yes. Me, I definitely have to stick to, I should listen to my own, talking. I should, listen to myself and start doing the whole gluten-free and all that stuff too. So yeah, so that's interesting too. But I think the reason I'm having lack of energy is not necessarily because of gluten or any of that. That's why my gluten intolerance tests come back negative for celiac disease. It's I can digest it, but in little spurts. But it's also because, the right things for the right things. It's because my B12 are bottomed out basically, and I use up so much B12, my body cannot metabolize it correctly. So I think that is why I don't have the energy that I need. And everybody looks at me like, you're young, you're spry, you should have all this energy. And I'm like, well, I don't. I'm sorry, guys. Outsides can be deceiving. So I'm going to definitely work on that. And I do know that if there is a point where you're not supposed to take too much, but if you take too much, you urinate it out in your urine, and then you can... The sign of having too much or an overload is like if you get dizzy or nauseous. I did do some research on that, so I'll have to watch that. But I'm probably going to take it once a week, the 6,000 ICU or whatever, and see how it goes, because I'm really not getting the quality of life that I want out of life, and I'm missing out on time, and the days are going faster now, and I've got more to have to be in the day, and I just think that's a big thing. We're all, especially around here, we don't have a lot of the minerals and the vitamins that we definitely need in the supplements. Now, most of the supplements you're going to get over the counter that are like in your Centrum or any other combo like that, they're like small amounts. They're for somebody who's already got a base level that's 1,000 ICU or whatever it is. Me, I'm like, bottom out, 0. So, yeah, it's called you're getting older, Dave. Yeah, I know. Shush, we're not getting older. No, don't say that. So yeah, I know, like, Dan's all like, when he comes over, he's like, oh, my back, ow, so yeah. But you can turn that around too, because you can get, like, stuff that helps your body and your joints work better and things like that. You just have to know and be into that. I went to a class not too long ago. I did a live right before it with the carrier oil, and the girl that was teaching it was a nurse, has been for years, was a friend of my friend who's in my upline, who is a nurse and was able to actually retire from that with her income from Young Living. But the girl was all talking about that she knew about Avadaric, I don't know how you pronounce it, which is like the Indian Hindu, the way that they go through life and the way they use spices and like turmeric and things like that to boost the natural immune system of the body and things like that. But that's also like the Mediterranean, the olive oil, the I need to eat more banana too. Yeah, I don't know what he is eating or not eating or anything. I just know he's always on the go, and I called him the other day actually, and he was on a tow. So I was like, Dan's on a tow. Okay, call you back later. He's always on the go. He's got to take better care of himself too, unfortunately. Dan, if you're listening, B12 instead of energy drinks, dude, because you're gonna go crazy. Anyways. Okay, so anyways, now for Eric, if Eric's on. I don't know if you're still on or not. But Eric, I also learned through the carrier oil group that I was in that certain people who have the kind of boils and acne that you have, it's a hormone thing, and it's called, no fruit or anything good for him, no. It's called septic acne, I think it's called. So, like, look that up if you're on, or if you're not on and you have to come on later, do the replay. Basically, that's, okay, so that acne never comes to a head. So if you're popping it, that's what the problem was, because they never come to a head. And when you're pushing that to a head, it's got to go through like 3 layers of skin to get there, and it never puts a head. It's always just underneath the main layer. So if you're pushing it to the top layers, you're breaking through that. I know it's going to be disgusting for anybody else that's listening. You're breaking through that extra layer of skin, and it's not good. So Renee telling you to do that is not a good idea, because that's what landed you in the hospital and you fainted, because you're actually opening up a wound, like if you took a knife and cut your skin, just right there, like right now, if you cut my skin or something. That's how, when you push that up, it causes that thing, and you're not supposed to do that. So don't do that. If you do that, the best carrier oil or oil in general to put on top of that for like a salve or something, or to make it so that recedes back into the skin and breaks down. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Technically, what we're supposed to be doing is eating foods that's good for us, and not eating the bad stuff. But in today's world, we'll figure it out as we go. But Eric, apricot oil, apricot kernel apricot kernel carrier oil is really good for breaking down that stuff, and especially good for sensitive skin, elderly people who have to have Depends, and people like me who have severe sensitivities to lotions and other things, which I got to get myself some apricot oil as well. And we're actually all testing it out and all that other stuff too, because she had hemp oil, she had jojoba oil, she had all these 6 oils and stuff, and she was explaining that they're antibacterial and antifungal and all these cool different things, and it was actually really cool to learn. I'm gonna go to a do-it-yourself class for essential oils, or not essential oils, do-it-yourself class for carrier oil, body salve, or it's like a lotion, but it's not a lotion because it doesn't have all that other stuff in it. There's a whole big science behind it, but this is why I go to these things, because that helps me educate myself on what's good and what's not good. See, if you know better, do better. So anyway, don't poke your stuff, Eric. If you can go out and get it's going to be kind of expensive, but if you can go right soon and get apricot oil or something from like Feel Right or something, if you can do that. Or there's also apricot oil on Amazon, I think she said, is where she got it from. Okay, I have no idea what's going on over there. Oh, person left. Okay. Sorry, squirrel brain. That would be most beneficial to you, Eric. And I know you're off, because I can see you. I think you're off. But, so, yeah, don't... I say don't do that. I can't tell you what to do or what not to do. That's up to you. But Renee telling you to poke that because she's a nurse is not right. So I'm saying, from what I heard in more than one places, septic acne is not one that comes to a head like normal acne, and there's no pus inside to push out. Okay, it's just oil buildup and calcium buildup and different things. Yes, squirrels, that's me. Hello, my name is Jen, and I have like OCD and all this other crap. Welcome to my life. Yeah, so don't do that, because that's gonna put you back in the hospital and stuff. And she said, when she mentioned this about this acne, she said it's definitely like under your armpits, right on your, like, it's a hormone imbalance. So check your hormones. If you can get stuff for your hormones, or check your hormones, go to the doctor and ask them about hormones and get treated for, like, if you're over the gambit in this hormone and not that one, so you can do hormone therapy. Because that will help you out too, and it also will in turn help your internal organs and all that probably get back in check. Because I know we had this issue when you were like 13, 14, when you were here at the house, and we never really, nobody knew that it was septic at that time, or whatever it was called or whatnot. So now that we know, we can go forward in that. I'm just advising, yes. And also on the inside of the thighs. She was saying on the inside of the thighs, they get these huge, huge ones. Hi, Heather. Yeah, it's insane. I'm glad I don't have it, but I know my hormones are unbalanced too, so I think it runs in our family. But anyway, so that's that, and the update. If you're just jumping on now, catch the replay. I'm just about to get off because I gotta function on trying to upload all my YouTube videos, which apparently are not wanting to upload, and I gotta find them, because I'm way behind in trying to upload them to my YouTube channel to get them off of my cell phone, and to update everybody else on my YouTube channel. Hey, Patty. I know. So if you want to follow what's going on in my life and the updates, I'm uploading everything onto YouTube, because it's just easier and it's a bigger platform, so that I can explain. Yes, I'm slacking, I know, but I've had other life things come up. What? So is life. Hopefully October, everybody. Hopefully October. No, not say hopefully. October will be calm, collected, and awesome. All right, everybody keep that in mind. Calm, collected, and awesome. Okay? No more of this craziness. Now, if you follow energy, the end of October, the 31st of October to November 1st or 2nd is Mercury retrograde. So, going into that, you're going to want to be wearing your Mercury retrograde bracelets if you're into crystals, or you're just going to be watching out for communication issues and technology malfunctions. So, city slacking. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, my back hurts right now, and I need to go put my Young Living lotion for backaches on it, because that hurts. I know, I'm today's an off day. I also am doing a meditation to heal the Van Allen belt. If you're into like the universe and things like that, I'm in a team. Yeah, walk it out. Yeah, actually I might, because I have to walk the dog anyway, so I'll have to walk across the street. So that actually works, as long as the dog doesn't go psycho with the people and the joggers and everything, because now it's like summer again, and we're like gonna hit 83 Sunday. So woohoo. I'll be inside at my job and my air conditioning, so I'll be good with that. Blessed to have that too, actually. So anyways, I'm tasked with healing the Van Allen belt. There's something up there, which in layman's terms, there's something that's putting unnecessary radioaction or waves at the earth, which we don't need. So me and a team of healers and energy workers are going to team up, where there's three teams. We're the earth crew, and we're sending energy and positive vibes to the belt to heal it and to negate this energy field that's coming in that we don't need, because it's going to make everybody worse than we are right now. So, and with the 5G coming in, it's a little more hectic now because they're putting up those towers and getting all that. And that's not exactly a good thing. And my dog's coughing up a hairball. Okay. I think he needs to go out because he does that when he has to go to potty. So I'm going to get off. Actually, yeah, I do the trail. The only problem is when Cody decides to go barking at people, it's fine if everybody had their dogs on leashes, but nobody does. So everybody has their dogs randomly come up, and then I don't know how he reacts, because when he's on leash, he gets defensive. He's okay depending on who it is, but when you're coming around a bend and then just some random dog comes up to you, you're like, whoa, dude, chill. If I didn't have Cody, it'd be fine, and I wouldn't mind them being off leash, but technically you're supposed to be on leash, so it is what it is. Complications to everything, I guess. But anyways, I'm gonna get off because you guys have a Saturday to do your thing, and I'm gonna do my thing and get my videos up here and try to get all the work done, because I'm working Sunday and Monday, and then I have other things to do this week. This last week of September is slammed for me. So I'm going to try to do my Young Living stuff. I've got new updates on that. They're going to be doing new rank achievement things for that. That's fun for senior stars and executives, which are the bottom tier of the growing your business. And I'm excited for that. We'll see what's in store for that. So I'm excited because I definitely need more income coming in, because at the job I'm at now, it's bi-weekly. So that's another weird thing too, Dave, because I don't know, for years I've been trying to pick him up, but he's fat, so it's harder. But he's got, like, if you touch his understomach, there's something weird. So, I mean, he's been okay now, but he's almost 12, so he's, like, got arthritis and stuff in the back of his legs and things, and he's got all sorts of issues. So we don't do a lot with him lately. I mean, I try to walk him as much as I can now, after being 3 years with him not walking at all. So I'm working with it. But anyways, I got lots to do. I got drink lots of water for my event tonight. Yes, he's big boned. We all know this. All right, you guys enjoy. Have a great time. Have a great Saturday. If you have a day off, enjoy your day off with this warm weather in New York. If you're in New York, if you're not, enjoy whatever you have. Take time for you. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Love, light, and blessings, everybody. Namaste.